Was this done all on purpose? I may have just found numerous sources of proof. Probably just a coincidence that many of these areas planned for the WEF 2030 15-minute cities seem to suffer from a plethora of disasters in the recent times. You guys seeing the coincidence? The buildings turned to dust, the trees are untouched. We have seen this many times.
And these insurance people decided to cancel their fire. And we're going through this, and it just happened, and they have no fire insurance.
Yeah, we're gonna go more into that because that's a big card. Absolutely insane. Got lots of crazy stuff. Infrared satellite catches lasers headed right over to where the fire is. Interesting, just a coincidence. And as these fires are going, have you heard of Area 51? That's kind of where the laser came from. Check this out.
In Southern California, they are laying something over Area 51. It's then being shot by the NextRad radar system. You can see that clear as day right here. It is then expanding and being dropped right over Southern California.
And I got a lot more of that. This is crazy stuff that you guys need to see. Again, just a coincidence, but I think a lot of people are saying we found proof. Crazy important information that affects you coming right up. My name is Cohen here at Riverside Homestead, and if you're brand new here, welcome. If you guys are into prepping tips, emergency preparedness, and most of all, news and awareness, stuff that you want to know about, be sure to hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. Welcome back, folks. Thanks for starting this off with a like. Hit that like button because we need to get this out to as many folks before they take it down.
And this is not birds or bugs. I can promise you that. There is something very odd going on with the military or something that's taking place in Area 51 and then being dropped in the sky, which is then carried over by the jet stream or some sort of wind pattern into Southern California.
Lots of coincidences arising from the area and fire department not even having any water to fight the fire just before this fire. Yeah, cutting the fire aspect of the insurance. Even down to the area being deemed a 15-minute smart city area. And before we dive into all this crazy information you guys need to know, if you guys didn't see this video, I talked about this right here, an emergency sleeping bag that can keep you alive in freezing temperatures and save your life with NASA technology. It's smaller than a pop can, weighs hardly anything. And one thing I didn't mention in that video is you turn this thing inside out and it basically turns into a fire blanket sleeping bag. Yeah, instead of keeping the heat in, it reflects the heat out. Much like those emergency fire retardant sleeping bags firefighters climb into during forest fires. Didn't realize we were gonna have a crazy fire like this, and this could have saved some lives. And real quick, as I said in that video, I am buddies with the creator of this thing, and he's giving our community a special discount, and it's already crazy cheap because he's not in big box conglomerate and has cut out all the middlemen. So if you don't have one of those in your car, bug out bag, home, be sure to check out the link in the top of the description and the pinned comment. At this price, they're so inexpensive, you can get enough to pass out to your friends and family. It's no surprise that they were yanking the insurance from this specific area. Zachary Levi, the actor.
70% or so of the insured in Southern California that used to have fire insurance in their home months ago, this insurance was taken away. The insurance company said, no, we're not going to offer fire insurance anymore. What else? They don't need flood insurance. They need fire insurance. This is a fire hazard. Of course, that's the insurance that they need and that they want. And just months ago, this was stripped from people. Like this is not okay. It is not okay in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I'm hearing that State Farm yanked their coverage because the regulators in California wouldn't let them raise rates. So now millions of people don't have fire insurance and they've lost their homes and have nothing. And you're right. You mentioned North Carolina. Remember the Maui fires? Still devastation.
Yeah, Lahaina.
And they were staying in 5-star luxury resorts, FEMA was. So we expect more, we expect better, we expect dignity and competence in the United States of America. That's not too much to ask.
Got all kinds of actors calling out something ain't right.
At some point, it goes beyond just whoopsie. At some point, it goes beyond negligence. There's something that's almost criminally intentional about this. Like, what are they doing? I don't know.
And before we get to the juicy stuff that's coming up, and I'm talking about lasers, Area 51, yeah, the juicy stuff, did you happen to catch the mayor's response? Because Sean Hannity did.
Mayor Bass had no interest at all in answering any questions. This is beyond outrageous. Take a look.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today?
Can you back up, boss? Appreciate it.
Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster?
We're talking that ice cold killer attitude.
No apology for them? Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
Well, there's a real mayor of the people. But Mayor Bass, Governor Newsom, the federal government, they have all failed the people of California.
Looked like she was just mowing people down to get out of there. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments of that. Even Dennis Quaid speaking up.
Really, my heart goes out to them. And no water in the Palisades. The infrastructure has been a big problem around here, and where we should spend the money. I do have a difference with that.
Yeah.
And
well,
the mayor coming back, I'm sure she got on the first plane coming back, but having nothing to say once she got here, I don't know if that was edited.
A lot of folks, a lot of faces speaking out. All right, and the guy in our space of awareness into thin air put this out, some really good information, calling out 3 major fires all begin at the same time. Does this all sound way too familiar? 3 fires starting at the same time. Also an Into Thin Air's post right here. Infrared satellite catches U.S. mill setting fires in California using DEW. Now, that's a post that he put out. Were they catching fires? I don't know. But check this data out. Right here, you can see, wait, here it comes. This is infrared from the satellites. Now wait for it. What is that? Did y'all see that? That is laser. And on the screen you can see what they often use that for, I'm sure. Apparently this is coming from Daywalker 378. But we got more on this. Check this out. And let me know down in the comments if you got more information on this. So far, this is one of the only ones that has been sent to me. Also, we've got a little bit of image from a Fox News site of something flying into the... It looks weird. It looks like some kind of weapon. But here's another thing that Into Thin Air put out.
All right, everyone, welcome back. This is going to blow your mind. Once again, we are looking at Area 51. As these fires are going on in Southern California, they are laying something over Area 51. It's then being shot by the NextRad radar system. You can see that clear as day right here. It is then expanding and being dropped right over Southern California. And then take a look at what happens to Area 51. This is totally insane. This is not normal, and this is not birds or bugs. I can promise you that. There is something very odd going on with the military or something that's taking place in Area 51 and then being dropped in the sky, which is then carried over by the jet stream or some sort of wind pattern into Southern California. I talked about this yesterday when we predicted these wildfires based on a northwest anomaly that we saw, again from the NextRad radar system, which then led to insane wildfires in Ventura County. Now we are seeing more and more of this being dumped over Area 51 and then flows into Southern California. What is going on here? And then look at how the NextRad towers go absolutely berserk. There is no chance that this isn't related, my friends. This is now 2 days in a row we have captured this happening over Area 51 and flowing down into Southern California, exactly where these wildfires are. And I know a lot of people will give us a hard time for talking about this, but how can you not? This is not a coincidence whatsoever, and I'm going to continue digging into this to see exactly how long they continue this for. If you look close enough, you can find stuff like this every day on these satellite charts. Alright, so one final time, let's dissect this right here. We have it dropped over Area 51, a perfect lineup with where the base is, and just like yesterday, as soon as it's laid out, we have the zap coming from the radar, the same one coming from Nevada right right here. Then we have the expansion as it moves into Southern California. Just like yesterday, those radars start going off and crazy. And that's when this disco party begins in Nevada. Check this out. This is just unbelievable to see happening and then have no one point this out. Just as the cloud is getting over Southern California where all the wildfires are, we start seeing the next red towers from different states crisscrossing right over Area 51. Those are where our scalar beams are happening. And this is just insane to watch.
All right, so clearly go follow that guy if you want to check out what else he digs up, because that's some pretty darn good information. What do you guys think? Is that just a coincidence, or is it some really valuable information to try to figure out the puzzle? Put it in the comments. Again, share this video out. You guys compare this to what's happened before. I don't think that these videos are going to survive very long, because I feel like with Maui and Lahaina, we've already got a little bit of warm-up and a watchful eye onto what to look out for, right? Again, when we've got smart LA 2028 technology for a better Los Angeles, probably just a coincidence that many of these areas planned for a WEF 2030 15-minute city, and all these disasters are coincidentally happening at the same time. Anyway, in case I went long, I'll stop it right there. I'm going to keep digging. Let me know what you guys know down in the comments below. If you haven't picked up one of these inexpensive preps for your home, your car, your emergency bag, link in the top of the description and the pinned comment. It's a very inexpensive survival tool with a special discount with this community. Can't afford not to have it. Gonna keep deep diving this, find out more information. I'll bring it to you. Make sure the notification bell is still on. Stay safe out there and keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing, guys. We'll see you on the next one.